know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Now Lawrence. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll get it up to the 44.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Lawrence working from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Hey, I'm gun.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Tony.
Shotgun now, 1st round. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Brought in close to the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Here we go.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Lion.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up third and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Receiver in motion, headed right. But give up the gut to Bigsby. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Red on red.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves third and 14 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Diving forward, and he makes the catch.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by Shudak is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Jaguars football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at 1st down here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Right open.
A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, go! Here we go, son.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's at 24. Silver.
Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph, Ralph.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. This is going to be a 46-yarder. The kick by Shudak is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got hit as he tried to throw, and normally those linemen are the ones making that hit to affect the pass, Brock. It is so nice to see one of the big boys on the other end of the impact play getting the INT that time.
And couldn't you almost feel the thought bubbles coming off his helmet? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You don't get many chances to get an interception as a D lineman. And that ball seemed to be in the air forever for him, but he makes the play. His friends, his family are celebrating, and most importantly, his teammates right by him.
Score one for the big boys, baby. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Red on red.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That's Bigsby. He's got it. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On the quick, right?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Crosses midfield, still going. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans face a 4-point deficit. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Red 23. Hot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Dump off caught by his back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Red.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey, run.
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
South.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Into the hands of Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Jags pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Hey, Lion. Red.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Throwing it just before halftime. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Over.
Stroud off the play fake. Connects with the open man downfield. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That pass caught by Tank Dell. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another first and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go.
Slot man in motion right. And in for the Houston touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Lisa 24. Here we go, son.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Ralph! Silver!
From the 38. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hey! Silver!
They'll run this with Bigsby. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They gain 14 on the play, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On red.
Again, it's Bigsby. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Lawrence to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Let's give him some credit. He's done his best to 3 them to death in this game, Kate. And he's continuing that effort here in the 2nd half, as his 4th field goal of the game gives them a slim lead.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Hey, one more.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Stroud. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a third-quarter lead. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans jump in front now by 5. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hot.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Decent 24. Here we go, son.
Lawrence in the pistol. Davis there to grab it. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Hey, Silver.
They run it again with Bigsby. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Here we go, son.
On first down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Now behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Red on the red.
So we're through 3 here. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach.
19.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Red, 23.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And he'll go down here at the 16.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
On red. 11. Hot.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Hey, kill.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Hey, Lion.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. This one's caught. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 4 coming up now. Putting a receiver in motion.
Here we go, sir.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Now it's Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, let's go.
Hand off to the back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They've got a man in motion. they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Texans lead by only 2. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right up the gut. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
All right.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Complete to Dell. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They're running again. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
24. Silver.
Now Lawrence. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Nearly an interception on that play. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Silver.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Hey. 11 Agate. Here we go.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. The back's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So the Texans come away with the road win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.